when your variable is raised to an exponent of 1, that means there is no exponent. The variable is just standing alone. But here, in the second example that I've written, you can see that it has an exponent of 2. Right? That means it's a square. So this equation is not a linear equation. Is that clear, Sachi? You got the difference between a linear and a non-linear equation, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Now I'll write a different example. You should tell me whether it's a linear equation or not. Suppose if I write 2x plus 3x equals 10. Is this a linear equation?
Yes.
Yes. And can you combine these x terms and solve for x and tell me what is x here?
X is 2.
Yes. 5x equals 10 and you get the value for x as 2. Very good. Now if I write a different example like 5x cube plus 1 equals 10. Is this a linear equation?
No.
No, because you have the exponent of the variable as 3. So this is a cubic equation. It's x cube. So this is not a linear equation. This is not a linear equation. These two are examples for linear equations. And the property of a linear equation is that when you solve that equation, you'll get one value of the variable which satisfies that equation. Okay. Now, we'll understand what is the difference between an equation and an inequality. Have you heard about an inequality, Sachi, before?
No.
No. So if an equation is equating something, inequality means they are not equal. You'll have two expressions like the previous cases itself, but those two expressions will not be equal. For example, if I write 2x plus 1 equals 10, this is an equation, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, if I write 2x plus 1 is less than 10, this is not an equation. This is an inequality. You just have a relation. That is, when you calculate 2x plus 1, you will get such a value which is less than 10. Okay? So this is known as an inequality, where you're not equating expressions, but you have a relationship among the expressions. Sometimes it can be lesser, sometimes it can be greater. So you have basically 4 inequality symbols. The 4 inequality symbols are, the first one, it's less than. The second one is less than or equal to. Then you have greater than. Then you have greater than or equal to. Okay?
Yeah.
Yes. Suppose if I write an example, Sachi, just observe this. X is less than 2. This is an inequality where x can take any value which is less than 2. So just tell me any one possible value for x here corresponding to this inequality. Just let me know any one value of x which satisfies this one.
1.
Yes. Suppose if I tell you x is equal to 2, will that satisfy this inequality?
No.
No, because x less than 2 means 2 is not included in it. It is all the values which is less than 2 excluding 2. Suppose if I write a similar inequality, x is less than or equal to 2. So can you tell me any 2 values that satisfies this inequality? X is equal to any 2 values. X is less than or equal to 2. So which are the any 2 values? You can take any number of values. You can take n number of values. You just need to tell me any 2.
2.
Yes, because it is less than or equal to 2 means 2 is also included. Very good. Now tell me one more value.
1.
Yes. And x less than or equal to 2 means it can take any values lesser than 2 means you can include negative numbers also because it is also lesser than 2, right? So it can be 0, it can be -1, it can take any number of values. You got it, right?
Yeah.
Yes.